The Economic Freedom Fighters has condemned the extension for the submission of the Phala Phala report to Parliament. The independent panel was set to submit their report on whether there is the prima facie evidence to institute impeachment processes against Cyril Ramaphosa on Thursday, the 17th of November, but has reneged on this deadline and secured an extension to the 30th of November. For more on this, I'm joined by Veronica, Mente, EFF National Chairperson. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. What is your position with this extension? I believe you're very unhappy about it.
Thank you very much, and we're happy for coming here. And good evening to the viewers at home. We are seriously not happy. We, in fact, condemn this delay tactic to extend the time in order for the inquiry to be delivered to Parliament. Because you must know that very soon the very same person who is involved and been gone for over 6 months now is going to contest to end. Prospects are that he may come back as a president of the country once more. And we deem it as a political maneuvering and a process that is going to be a process that cannot be trusted if with the time that they have promised they will deliver the report, they cannot deliver the report now. We do not know exactly why, because the reasons of the extension are not clear. And the Speaker of Parliament, we understand he has given us a tough time in order to allow this process to unfold and to also allow Parliament to embark on such processes, even internally with the Parliament. Besides the inquiry itself, she has been acting very widely and at most against the EFF and other opposition parties that have sought to hold Mr. Ramaphosa accountable.
What does this effectively mean, the extension, especially when it comes to the term of Parliament ending on the 1st of December?
What they were attempting to do was to allow Mr. Ramaphosa to go to his ANC conference without being held accountable. However, we came back and we fought through the processes of Parliament that we cannot, once the report is handed over to the Speaker of Parliament, it must be debated. And if there are recommendations that we have to deal with, those recommendations should be implemented immediately. There shouldn't be a case that Parliament is closing. Yes, according to the program of Parliament, we were supposed to be closing on the 1st of December. However, yesterday there was a programming committee of Parliament where the opposition parties pushing and the EFF fighting that we should be able to implement the recommendations as soon as we receive the report. And thus, the 6th of December was then agreed upon that we are going to have a debate on that day where we are all going to make sure that the president is held accountable and all the recommendations of the Section 89 will be implemented without fear or favor.
So you're committing yourself to working tirelessly to ensure that the Phala Phala report is indeed tabled. Talk to us about some of your reasoning behind this. I mean, you have been very vocal about the Phala Phala matter, and your position as the EFF has been one that we've heard over and over again on what it all means, essentially, as for the President of South Africa and that of the ANC.
You would understand that ever since the EFF came to Parliament, we have never, ever, for once, tried to shield anyone who's found to be on the wrong side of the law, especially those that are becoming constitutional delinquents. Knowing that this is a president who is heading the cabinet, and therefore under Section 96(2)(a) of the Constitution is not allowed to embark on any paid work. And he has, on his own will, confirmed this, that when he was addressing Limpopo conference, that he is having a business, and he has confirmed it on a video that was circulating all over, that he would rather be the president of the Ancoles, where he's having a lucrative business, according to him. And not that. There's so many other things that are riding on the outcomes of this report, because there's so many crimes in terms of our criminal justice and the laws of these countries that have been breached by the president. One, the abduction of people. Not just the abduction of people, there is a woman involved whom we do not know the status of the reinstatement of the woman back to the farm. Now, what are the conditions of her reinstatement? We may find that she's not even getting paid. She is held there such that you may not speak anymore, or you have to pay back the proceeds of the money that you have taken without permission in the farm, a money that has been not accounted for. There are a huge amount of dollars that have been given in the affidavit of the person who complained. And out of those dollars, there should have been a declaration to the Reserve Bank, which was not done. And the Reserve Bank, we also depended on the outcome of this particular inquiry for the Reserve Bank to also be held accountable, because there are reasons and there are answers to the questions of EFF in Parliament where they account to were very flimsy, they were not satisfactory. There is so many other crimes, like utilizing the state resources, utilizing our police to go and chase people over to Namibia and bringing them back to South Africa, utilizing the gadgets of the police to check the phones of the so-called criminals who took the money that was stolen from the farm. So all those things are riding on the outcome of this particular inquiry, and we are not going to rest until we get to understand, because there is information, and that information has never been disputed by the president, was not disputed by any of the people. In fact, it was collaborated upon by many other people, that the police have chased people over the border, brought them back here. They abused them in order to get some kind of truth out of them. They abused a woman. That is a serious crime in South Africa, where women are killed on a daily basis. We find a president that allows people to abuse a woman in his farm under his instruction, and we do not know the state of that woman today. We need to understand what the CGE is going to do when this outcome comes, because in terms of our GBV here in South Africa, they should have been involved. We want to understand the human rights, what is it going to do, because they should have been involved. We want to understand the NPA, what is it going to do, because they must be involved, because this is a crime that must be prosecuted. Therefore, this particular report is very, very important, and we will wait for it.
If you'll allow me to interrupt you, are you confident in the work of the independent panel?
We don't want to cast aspersions on anyone, but the delay now is starting to make us doubt if ever we're going to get a very credible report. However, we are, as we have in the beginning said, it's fine, let them deal with the matter, because we deem them as the human beings, but most importantly, we deem them as the former judges and the people that have been in charge of the courts of this country, and we trust that they are going to be neutral and they are going to deliver what is supposed to be delivered.
Very well. Thank you so much. Let's perhaps leave it there for now. Veronica Mente, EFF National Chairperson, speaking there about the independent panel, that delay in the outcome.